Aries, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to know why I read intimate tarot, specifically sexual energy, it will be outlined for you in the description box. As a heads up, if you are someone who is uncomfortable with or sensitive towards the topics of sexual energy, sexual identification, I don't want you to watch this. Feel free to pass this one up and I'll see you in a couple weeks, all right? And we'll resume with the general overview readings. Just as an aside, the reason I do it at all, I understand that sexual energy, it comes into play as who we are as individuals, and thus it stands to reason has the opportunity to affect our relationships. That being said, I operate from that position. The more we know, the better. Okay? For those of you who've been around the channel and you know what's up, welcome back. And if you are new, by the way, feel free to check out some old intimate tarot readings. Everything is nice and neatly labeled into playlists for you. What's going on, please? Show me that, Aries. Sexual energy. Show me that Aries sexual energy, please. Show me that Aries sexual energy, please. What's going on, please, for Aries? What's going on, please, for Aries? We're going to take a look at that recent past, current, and then over the next several months, yeah? Show me what I need to see, please, for that Aries sexual energy. What's going on for Aries, please? Of course, I do know that you are a sign that's a little more comfortable with this subject, but still, I got to put that in there, you know. All right, what's going on, please? Oh, you. That's beautiful. You are you, as you should be. Queen of Wands, that's who you are. That's your natural state of grace. Very relaxed in your natural, passionate energies, as you should be. Fire signs should always be comfortable with their fire. It's very much who you are. It's at the forefront of your personality. It often shows through before anything else. Sincerity. Sincerity of your energy, sexual or otherwise. Very nice. Current. The Five of Swords, there's something here that you feel is deceptive in your sexual energy. You're looking at it. What's crossing you, challenging you? The Queen of Pentacles. Sexual sense of security. You either strongly question someone's sexual energy towards you, okay? Or you strongly question your sexual energy towards someone else. Okay, now the King, Queen of Pentacles, typically in sexual energy, this is great, right? Someone who's terribly sensual, someone who's terribly comfortable with their bodies, their physical energy. There's something here that says deception. Let's see who's surrounding you. The Magician, the Emperor. Interesting. Could be dealing with fellow Aries, in which case you need to figure out who is who. All right? So take what resonates, leave it does not, reverse energies as it applies. But their energy towards you, this person says they would summon you forth. Literally. There you are. Emperor, Aries. Okay? The Magician. They want you. You're starting to wonder if perhaps whatever this is, or whatever it is it represents, isn't self-sabotage or deceptive. The next several months, let's take a look. Ace of Wands, again for you, very normal. Three of Wands. Two of Wands. Somebody's waiting on somebody. Somebody's waiting on somebody. I don't know who it is. I don't know. The fire's here. Don't get me wrong. That Ace of Wands, for you, normal, natural, beautiful. Always be in comfort with your fire. It is part of who you are. Aries, you are naturally very flirtatious. Okay? You're very vivacious. And you tend to take initiative. You are cardinal fire. You tend to put your fire forward. And when you really want to get to know someone, that fire comes down and your emotions come out. Okay? But that fire, depending on how someone can interact with it, is going to determine if you move forward with them or not. Okay? So you can be very fast. You can be very, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, and this is what I'm trying to do. And that can be intimidating to some people. Fine. I don't know that I'm necessarily intimidation, but I do see you taking several steps back from your sexual energy towards someone because there is a distrust element. All right? And it's like you can't get your sexual energy comfortable with somebody. We need to see why. Because you're still showing me strong aspects of fire, which again for you is normal. It's natural. But somebody is waiting on somebody. Three of Wands, Two of Wands. And if you have taken several steps back from a connection, if you have removed your sexual energy from a situation, connection, okay, they might be looking at you to come back, and that would explain straight away that Magician energy, literally trying to summon you forward. There's a good chance someone's waiting on you to present your energy back to that person. Your strengths, Six of Wands. Yes, like I said. For you, yeah, that's normal. Right here on your downline to the right, you're telling me everything about you that's perfectly normal for you. This is normal energy for you. Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, Six of Wands. You're telling me you're very comfortable with who you are. You are very comfortable with your energy. Your fire does not disturb you. And in fact, if you had an absence of fire, honey, I would be concerned. I would be concerned if an absence of fire for Leo or an absence of fire for Sag, and especially for you, because you are fire forward. You are cardinal fire. You're the first person to take initiative. You're the first one to kind of put it out there. You're the first one to get your flirt on. You're the first one who can respond easily, quickly, fluidly. Boom, boom, boom. There your energy goes. I want you to be in tune with that. And you are. You're telling me your sexual strengths is, I know how to put it out there. I know how to give it and I know how to receive it. I know how to flirt, Christina. You know, it's more than flirt. It's like I have a natural sense of confidence and ease in me that my fire, when it's on point, it expresses itself beautifully and without issue. Hell yes, as it should be for you. You're telling me you are happy, healthy, normal Aries, that you've got a lot of vivaciousness in you, that you have a lot of passion in you. But there is something here that you question critically. Something feels not right. We're going to get to that. I'm terribly curious. Obstacles, breakage. You broke your sexual energy towards someone. Obstacles. They're trying to pull you back in, honey. I saw something similar to Sag. Theirs was very, very specific. Theirs was very non-active. The person they were connecting with, a lot of desire, but non-activity. This person's telling me they would summon you forward. But the obstacles here is that we have broken sexual contact with somebody. Even if it wasn't physical in reality because we couldn't trust it, you stop putting your energy out there towards someone, and you got a lot of it, baby. You do. And it's beautiful and it's natural. You do you. I love that spirit. Okay. But you stopped giving your sexual energy to somebody. Outcome. Eight of Pentacles. What you working on? I don't know. Rebuilding your sexual energies in the general sense? I don't know. Trying to build safer constructs, because there's something about that physical energy over here that says you don't feel safe. All right? With your sexual energy towards somebody. And trying to shore up that confidence, to give it structure again, to give it life again, to give it meaning again, to give it depth and value again. Right? That's what we're trying to do. With what or with who? I do not know. I don't know. But some of you did leave something or someone behind. Yeah? Six of Swords. And I promise you, I shuffled this deck a couple dozen times between everybody's messages. That's what I do. I wash the cards in between readings. Never mind what you see on camera. Or on the message, I should say. Let's start here with the Queen of Wands. Your sexual energy in recent past, you were you. Always be you. Always be you. Rock and roll. Take no prisoners. All right? That's Aries. That's always Aries. Hopefully a happy, healthy Aries. You're passionate. You're a passionate creature. Beautiful. And some of you have been blessed with a great deal of beauty. Absolutely. That Queen of Wands, oh, she's smoking. She's a smoke show. Oh, yeah. The Queen of Wands is a smoke show. She is the most smoke show. In tarot. Yes, she is. Everybody knows it. The King of Wands, sure, but the Queen of Wands surpasses him, you know. Anyway, it has nothing to do, by the way, with being male or female. It's the energy of the thing. I mean, some of you are just gorgeous creatures. And that's one of the things that has lended to your confidence over the years, is that you know how you look and you know how you are, you know. Some of that Queen of Wands, please. Your sexual energy was there, present, accounted for. I'm in control of it. Here's the thing, and this is what a lot of tarot readers of, and I'm guilty of this too. A lot of people forget to say, by the way, the responsibility of being a king and queen of wands means you control your passion. It's a certain level of maturity. So with the king, queen of cups, this is emotional maturity. I can control my emotions. The king, queen of wands says I can control my fire. I got a lot of it, which means that makes me that much more responsible for it. Okay? So your passion was hopefully coming from a secure place, and that was natural and healthy to you. But something here feels very unnatural. Okay, the High Priestess, your intuition, the world, Passion aside, which I just got done explaining to you, the responsibility of any king and queen, regardless of their elemental designation, is to be a master at it. Your fire was dictating to you to master your feelings and your expression towards someone, and you cycled it out. You did it from an analytical place of the Queen of Swords. You have a lot of upper level energy, a lot of energy that suggests to me I'm responsible, I have to be, right? Because you know what you're packing. Like moth to a flame, honey. You know what you're packing. You have intuition in you. Beautiful. Bravo. You have a Queen of Swords in you that says, I have to make decisions. I'm responsible for my fire, my passions, and how I put it out there, how I display it. Something's got to go. You cycled something out, the world. And this was fairly recent. This does not feel like long ago, far away, fuzzy. This was relatively recently. Whatever that means to you. Weeks, months, but it wasn't like years. You cycle something out, your intuition told you to. Your mind told you to. And you did it from a sincere space, as the Queen of Wands. You cycled something out. Five of Swords. What did you learn? Something was deceptive. Somebody here was deceptive with their energy. With this Queen of Pentacles energy. Show me this Five of Swords, please. Show me that Five of Swords. Show me that Five of Swords. The downside to having all that energy and all that power is that you have to be responsible with it, right? Show me that Five of Swords, please. Show me that Five of Swords, please. There's a Queen of Pentacles twice. In the challenge position, as well as the deception energy. The stars. Eight of Wands. Okay. There is a very strong attraction to someone here. Someone who you really credited as knowing themselves. Turns out they didn't. You strongly desired, let's call it for what it is, the stars being our ultimate desire. It takes work to strive for the stars. It's worth it if the situation, circumstance, or person proves that it's worth it. And you have to be on the star path in order to understand if it's worth it. The longer you continued on a particular star path with somebody, the more you began to understand it was deceptive. In other words, your desire might have been false desire, or you were led to believe that what you were desiring in them was false. Okay? Somebody learned some shit the hard way, and that meant being involved to a certain extent, because again, the stars are not trivial. The sun's easy. You can go outside real quick. Be happy. The stars take work. So, you strongly desired, communicated with someone who represents that Queen of Pentacles energy. They are both there on the deception side of things as well as in the challenge position. So you're telling me, Aries, I believe that this person I so strongly desired, communicated with, talked with, is deceptive. That's what you are feeling towards them now. And it changed your desire towards them. Okay, so you worlded it. You cycled it. You removed yourself emotionally from it and understood what you had to do. Now, there had to have been, to some extent, some self-deception on your part. How much you participated in it. Because again, the stars take work. They don't just fall in your lap. You got to go to the stars. The stars don't come to you, honey. Right? So that means when you were interacting with this person, your spider tingles kicked off and you said something's not right. I strongly desire this. I communicate with this person. And they're telling me the King and Queen of Pentacles is the ultimate sensual knowledge. They're telling me they know themselves. Then how come the communication between us doesn't feel right? They tell me they know what they want. They tell me they know who they are. And it led me to believe I should desire them. But there was a false application in that communication that made you strongly suspect that they were telling you a lie about who they are, what their intentions are, and what they can deliver to you. Okay? You had to travel that path, though, honey, to understand it. I don't know how far down the star pathway you went with this person, but it was enough to accumulate the knowledge that they were delivering unto you false desires. They were telling you This is what I'm trying to say. I was searching for the phrase. They introduced to you a vibe they couldn't sustain. That's what I'm struggling to articulate. You have assigned them with deception. They introduced to you a vibe that was sensual, earthy, sexy, that made you desire them. They're saying, I know myself. I know my body. I know what I want. I know how I'm talking to you, Aries. But they didn't. So it's like they're saying, I'm all that in a bag of chips, but they couldn't back it up. So again, they introduced this lovely, sexy, gorgeous, carefree, I'm carefree, I know myself vibe, and they couldn't sustain it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be attributing to them, literally, to deception. Typically, when somebody pulls a Five of Swords, my first instinct is to attribute it to that person. Not because they're bad, but because Five of Swords is something we need pointed out to us constantly. Okay? But then they showed up twice. First in the challenge, and then over that Five of Swords. Over time, through communication and interaction with this person, you learned essentially that they're full of shit. They're not comfortable with themselves. They made you falsely desire them by selling you something they don't actually have. You understand? It's tricky. That's a tricky little twist. And that's something that you had to learn too. It was a kind of manipulation, yes. They were trying to sell you a version of them that wasn't true. That's why the responsibility here. I intuitively feel this is a shit situation and that this person's probably full of shit. Otherwise, honey, I would be like raking you over that Five of Swords. That's yours. Deal with it. And you did play into it. A little bit, yeah. But it was long enough to understand it. You understand? Sometimes you got to be in it to know it. And you were in it long enough to understand it. Some of that Queen of Pentacles in the challenge, please. Yeah, I'm sorry. They were selling. I think this is how they see themselves. You know, your desire. Someone who's very comfortable with their body. They're so sensual. They're so sexy. They know how to fulfill it. Prove it. They didn't. So that Queen of Pentacles, please, in the challenge position. There's something about them that says, I'm like you, Aries. I'm like you. I'm like you. We're like. Let me, you know, we are. But it was false. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. The strength. The resistance. There's what they were saying, and there's what they were doing. The Ace of Pentacles doesn't match the vibe. There was resistance, Nine of Wands. They showed a lot of strength to resisting it. So it's like I said, this is the person who's like, I can do that, but I'm not going to show you. I can do that, but I'm not going to prove it. This is who I am, but I'm not actually showing that to you. I just want you to think I could. I just want you to think I would. That's what I would do, hypothetically. This is how I would connect with you. I would blow your mind, Aries. But I'm just not going to show you that. But believe it. Believe it. I want you to believe it, Aries. This is what I would do. This is what I could do. I can't prove it, though. See what I'm saying? They really needed to sell you like they had a nice storefront. You know what I'm saying? The kind of storefront you're like, you know what? That's a nice looking store. Let's go in there. Turns out, the store is empty. Do they have the potential? Do they deliver the potential? They sold you on a false desire or false hopes. Their sensuality, how comfortable they are with their body and their sexuality, they're not comfortable with it at all. Now, that's true. I am sorry. But it's not really... They resisted making this solid. Again, their words and the actions didn't match at all. See what I'm saying? I'm sexy too. I'm sensual too. I can give it right back at you. I got this going on and I'm so attracted to you and you're so attracted to me and I know it. I'm just like you, baby. I'm totally comfortable with my body. I'm comfortable with my sex. I'm comfortable with our communication. I tell you, man, the words and the deed don't match. They couldn't pony up that particular dough. It's like they're selling an image of themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's where the deception comes in. And yeah, there's a form of manipulation. Yes, absolutely. And for those of you who are wondering, was I being manipulated? Yeah, in a way. When somebody tries to sell you an image that's not true, then yes, it's a form of manipulation. You, bold as brass, like always. That Aries energy, bold as fucking brass. It's almost like, yeah, see me that way too. But you're like, this is who I really am, though. That's not who you see what I'm saying? You weren't forcing anything. You were very honest with your energy. Yeah, they don't show up just in the challenge. They were the problem. Summon this magician. They're trying to summon your ass back. I believe. I don't know. There's what we want, wish, desire, and will. And then there's what we actually do in the 3D. So this person, they presented a good 3D image, but didn't actually pony it up, you understand? I say that a lot because sometimes I have to repeat myself just so I can get down that trail to connect the dots. And I know that really irritates people, but honey, sometimes the energy's complex and I have to dig. And this is one of the few times I've seen where somebody, they want, in the real world, they presented what looks like real energy. Their energy didn't match the real world presentation even while it was interacting with you. Most of the time, there's what people desire and there's what they actually do. That's what I typically see. But when they were in face-to-face with you, in real world contact, whatever that looked like, their energy was lying, even while they were being present with you. Because there is present energy here, most of it in communication. The Magician, the Empress, the Page of Pentacles, This person sees you as high quality. That's what they want. They want the best with you. They're telling me. They see you as someone who can operate at very high frequency. As the Empress, someone who is very unconditionally loving and gives their sex freely to the person that they love the most. This is someone who is the ultimate representation of, I give unconditionally the best of myself because I'm secure and in love with you. They want the best of you. They're telling me they want that because they see the best in you. The Empress, the Ten of Cups, unconditional love, unconditional sex, sex without strings because we love each other, so we give it to each other freely of our own free will. That's the way it should be. It's like this person wants to summon the best of you of your own free will, right? They want the best, but they themselves are not putting forward their own best. They themselves want the best without putting forward the best. I want the best, but I don't actually want to put myself, best self forward. You know what? This is what pisses me off sometimes. Sorry, I'm about to do that thing where I do with a rant. I'm about to do that thing I do with the rant. I'm sorry. You just want to fast forward and wait and the lecture to be over. This is what I see all the time. All the fucking time. I want the best. I'm not actually trying to be the best for somebody else, but I want the best. I expect to pay $7.99 for that buffet and have whatever I want from that buffet, but I'm only going to pay $7.99 for it. I might make myself sick. I might get dysentery. I might get some sort of stomach virus. I don't know, but I want to gorge myself on the best and pay for it the least. So somebody wanted to pull from you the best of your unconditional love, etc., without actually being authentic themselves. What in the actual fuck? The contribution is crap. Page of Pentacles. To actually make this happen, they themselves can also be so much more. I've seen it, so have you. And that's why it's deceptive. Their words and their deeds don't match. They want to present to you, flash to you in front of your eyes, the potentiality of being a true partner to you without actually giving the best of themselves. What the fuck? Hence your opening. Show me the Emperor, please. Again, could be done with fellow Aries, in which case you have to figure out who is who. It's you either are this or not that. So if you are one, then the other person's the other. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why people say that. Huh? You did Virgo. I'm a Virgo. They're a Virgo. What do I do? What do you mean, what do you do? I'm literally describing to you two people. Figure it out. Someone either fits the bill or they don't. So see, that's my Aries kicking in right there. Sometimes I just lose my patience like that. Aries is my rising as well as my moon. Okay. So when I get that Aries surge, it's no fucking joke. It's what do you mean, what do you do? Figure it out. Hi, my name's Christina. I'm a little different. Happy to be so. You know, my regular subscribers are smiling because they know what I'm like. I do interact with my subscribers like this. It's just who I am. I'm a real person, real tarot. Okay. Dude, I don't understand, Aries. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. They literally see the best in you. They see the best in you. They desire the best in you. They pull you in. They desire you. And everything that you got and everything that you stand for, man. They desire you so much. They see what you're packing. 6 of Cups, possibly a soul bond, or even if it's not a soul bond, you've known this person a long time. King of Cups, Scorpio energy, big heart, huge heart, and there's that Ace of Wands in you again. They're reflecting on you. This is why they would pull you in. They know what you have to offer. I see their sexual energy matching in that respect. If I want that too. What Aries is like, what Aries has to offer, I have that in me too. But they don't present their authentic self. It's a shame because they legitimately see you and experience you as you are, the way you are, and your total Aries open, raw honesty. They see that, they want it for themselves, they want to mirror it back to you, honey. It's like, I think this person strongly mirrors you in that respect. That what they see in you and feel in you and experience in you, they would for themselves. But for some reason, they will not allow their authentic self to come through. Like I said, they introduce a vibe to you they can't sustain. How far you know that runs, I don't know. But it was enough for you to attribute them with deception. This is what they try to tell me they're like, but they don't show it. They don't prove it. They want the best from you. They see you as this fucking kills me. So what's the deal, man? Why can't this person be their authentic self with you? Because they're literally telling me they know what they could get from you. They understand that what you have to offer is passionate, but loving. That's what this is. It's passionate. It's loving. It's beautiful. They literally ascribe that to you. They see it in you. They feel it in you. They see and want to pull from you a whole world. And the only thing that keeps them from it is that they won't be authentic with you. So I don't know how far you know that person's desires run or how strongly they see you or feel you. I don't know that you know that because you opened up with, this is what I have to do. I have to cycle this. I feel like they're selling me a lie. This is not who they really are. They never feel authentic to me. They tell me they desire me, they tell me they want me, and then they show me nothing that compares to that. Right? And I see it. They block the best in themselves. This person's in the challenge position. They're in the challenge position. Literally them. They literally block the best of what they have to offer. And yet what they would pull from you is everything. I have to say it's them. I have to say it's them, baby. I see you breaking it. I see you cycled out of this. Again, if you have strong Sag in your chart, check those out. There's some similar tones in there. But this one is like unmistakable energy that they see in you. They want it. And they would mirror you if they could, but they won't allow it. And I strongly feel now, this Two of Wands, this Three of Wands, all this waiting. Waiting. I feel like they're waiting on you to come back, to reintroduce it. I don't know. Ace of Wands, please. What? Okay. Show me this Ace of Wands, please. Show me this Ace of Wands, please. Your passion, your inspiration, your source of light. Hope. Your sight. Your sex. Ace of Wands. Show me the Ace of Wands, please. They see you as burning so bright. They attribute a lot of energy to you, rightfully so. And they would pull it in for themselves. Six of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. The Hanged Man. There is just that strong desire to rekindle something, anything. I don't know. Something, anything. Such a strong desire to rekindle it. The passion's so strong. Someone wants to balance it badly, but they don't. Hanged Man. They do nothing. Cool it off. But you can't cool off that kind of fire. You just can't. You can't cool off that kind of fire. You can try to distance yourself from it, stay away from it, contemplate it, fantasize it to death. But you can't ever really kind of leave that intensity alone. They see your Ace of Wands. They know you have that to offer, but I'm seeing someone not actively participate. I can see that you withdrew your participation, and somebody would like to come in and correct the balance, but they don't. We would like a reunion of this. We would like a reunion of energies. The passion's still as bright as it ever was. But we do nothing. The Hanged Man. We're going to go ahead and I have that feeling. Two of Swords. Somebody can't or won't make up their mind about their action. The movement. Do something about it, in other words. Because the heat lingers still, very much so. It's like this person can't forget the potential of you. Right? And that's a lot. And it's not just potential, you proved it. Your energy's loud and proud and shining brightly like it always is. You didn't have to prove shit. Your energy was always there, up front and very honest, like it always is. That raw, honest Aries. I'm not saying Aries is perfect. I've met plenty of fucked up Aries. What happens when the fire signs turn negative. But this is an Aries who very loudly declares, I know who I am, and I know what I'm doing. I got a lot to give. And you kind of tallied this up and said, this is what it is, I gotta go. I've cycled this out. I felt it was the right thing to do. Somebody here that you connected with was kind of selling you a lie about who they are. I think they have it in them. I think they're just not used to acting on it. It's too much hypothetical in their energy. I could do that. I could give Aries all that. But I can't. Or I won't. Their energy's got a nice storefront, I'm not gonna lie. Just lovely. Queen of Pentacles, the stars, Eight of Wands, fuck yeah. I'd connect with that too. That person says I'm sensual. They say I know what I like. I know what I like to do. I know what I want to aim for, right? But you marked them with deception. You sold me a lie. That's not who you are at all. You never make good on your energy. You never make good on the promise. It's like between the two of you, that's something you don't suffer from. When you say this is who I am, by God, this Aries I'm looking at, you can back it up. They can't. Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Too much fighting and confusion. Too much fighting and confusion. Not enough action and negative fire. Too much negative fire, confusion, and non-activity other than frustration between you two. Sexual frustration too. A lot of non-activity around a lot of sexual frustration and just battle of wills. Nothing's being achieved. No one's doing shit. It just goes on like this. A minute, Three of Wands, please. Three of Pentacles. Fuck off. Eight of Pentacles. The Moon. Okay. Well, can't say I'm surprised at this point. Let me know if you're connecting to Pisces. Does not have to be, and this is not meant to be a disrespect on this person's part. Like I said, they have the goods in them, but it's like they don't believe it. It's like they were trying to say what they needed to say to get your attention, to stay involved with them. But they really don't believe they have those qualities. They actually do. It's just they don't believe in themselves. Isn't that the twist? Anyway, back to it. This person is secretly hoping and waiting to work things out with you. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, that's a lot of working structure concepts. Could literally be someone you've worked with, have a working relationship with, or you two got very used to each other in terms of back and forth energy. I know how to work with them, they know how to work with me, blah, blah, blah. There is a kind of secret hope in this person to kind of reconstitute the relationship as possibly a friendship. That's not going to work, we know this. And if they don't, they should. It's just not going to work. Not with all this heat running around between you two. And a lot of desires, hopes, etc. And now they've introduced a distrust element because they never make good on the shit they showcase to you. So there's trust issues at this point. So I strongly believe it's them. They would secretly like to work things out with you. However, I'm not saying anything happened in terms of that rekindle energy. Okay? The question is, how can I possibly balance with Aries in terms of that fire and passion? They're like, friendship? Yeah, it's not going to work. But yeah, no, they're secretly hoping and desire that you will come back around and work shit out as friends or something like that. Cooperate. Oh boy, doesn't that sound fun? Sarcasm. It doesn't. That's not what you were trying to do. You were never trying to be friends with this person, or again, they weren't introducing friendship energy towards you either. Again, they were selling you something. That they could be more, that they could deliver more, and they couldn't. Two of Wands, more waiting. Oh boy, more waiting. More waiting. More waiting. Decision making as well. I don't know. Let's take a look. Possibly communication. I don't know. Show me that, please. Eight of Cups. You walked away from this emotionally detached. Okay. Okay. So you already know that. You're acknowledging it. You made that decision then. Or rather, you recognize it in your feelings. Okay. They're waiting on you secretly. He'll come back under the guise of friendship, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, I'm emotionally checked out from this. You remember that stars you tried to sell me on? Like, this is who you are. You're totally sexy, desirable, and that you want me. I no longer have faith in that. You stopped having faith in that person's energy a long time ago. Again, that's where the distrust is born. What you tried to tell me and show me or say that you could do never came out. Right? You emotionally detached from that. Heavily. 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and in fact, you were greatly sorrowful that you ever had any sort of emotional attachment to that desire at all. It's kind of like, I can't believe I fell for that person's bullshit. They're like, oh, I'm so into you. I'm so attracted to you. I have such strong desire for you. Where? You told me you emotionally detached from that star, that desire. You used to desire them strongly. And again, I have to point out, honey, it takes walking the star path to understand if it was right or not. And you were looking at this person, you thought they might be the star. You really did. But you understood as time went by, the more you interacted with them, it was a false front. They could never deliver on what they were hinting at, alluding to, or promising. Oh, I'm so hot for you, Aries. I'm so turned on by you. I know my body too. We're each other's wish fulfillment. Proof. Always come back to that little P word. Proof. So you are actually in this decision to separate, non-action, you are actually quite sorrowful of this star. Sad that you were ever attached to it to begin with or attracted to it. Regretful of it. And you are looking at yourself and you recognize finally that you are no longer emotionally attached to this person's desire or what they used to represent. In other words, you no longer desire them. Sexually or emotionally. For them, it's not over. For you and here, it is. You no longer feel them that way. Okay? So it's an active decision. Good. You sometimes, if I'm being honest, think about rekindling things with them, but you also think it's just going to end up to another pile of nothing. Okay. Okie dokie. Artichoke. 6 of Wands is in your sexual strengths. Hell yes. You know what you can do. It kills me, honey, because this isn't like a victory of you versus them. It kills me. Their energy fucking kills me. They see what your potential is and what they themselves could partake in. It's like they're just watching you slip on by. Show me that 6 of Wands, please. And the sexual strengths, please, for Aries. 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands. It's like they wanted to talk themselves into it. Up to you, talk themselves into you, talk themselves up to you. They didn't have any faith behind themselves. The irony is that they actually have the means and the measures. They just don't believe in it themselves. And that's where the distrust comes in because, again, telling you, talk and action are 2 different things. That's why you don't trust them anymore. Judgment. 3 of Wands, King of Wands. Trust that in time you're going to connect with somebody that is really going to bring out the best of you. Once more, with that King of Wands energy, could be connecting to a fellow fire sign in the future. Sure, why not? I have every reason to believe that. But the 6 of Wands, you're also telling me, as the master of the King and Queen of Wands, that you know how to be content in the meantime. You know how to control your passions. That was never in question for me, honey. That was never in question for me. The Aries I'm looking at is that you are very much in control. You know how your fire leads you. You know how you want to experience people, places, situation, things. You're very commanding of your fire. And you don't apologize for it, nor should you. You live passionately, and you do right by you. You throw yourself 100% into anything and anyone that you say yes to. That's just how you are. And you stop saying yes to this person. You kind of declined their energy because you realized the offer was false. So you stopped showing them your energy, time, care, attention, effort, sex, emotions, across the board. So when I tell you in due course, your energy will come back to its own and be received well, it will. This was really like a lesson for you in terms of control. Judgment's here, so I know that there's a lesson involved. And I see you exercising that control and using your best judgment and really kind of proving your ability to lead for yourself and be led by your passions appropriately, not negatively. There was a lesson in here for you. There was a lesson in here for you. If someone says, I'm like you and I'm into you, they need to do more than talk, right? You're telling me you did a pretty good job of learning the lesson. And it is just a matter of time, of course, before you resonate with somebody more like you. Level-headed, passionate, driven, ambitious, sexy as fuck. That's all here. You have some very strong qualities today. That's the areas I'm looking at. Five of Pentacles and the obstacles. You're like, well, I'm not feeling connected to anyone right now, Christina. I know. And if you're the Aries I'm looking at, you're not bothered by it. You'll be fine. You're not bothered by it. Again, that King and Queen of Wands know who to put their energy into. But for some reason, you were around this person's energy long enough that it disappointed you. It hurts you. So while I know you made a strong decision, it still hurts you. But you still stand by your decision, and that's what I care about. Stand by your decision. It hurts you. It may not have shown to them, and you may not show it to other people, but it hurts you. You engaged with whoever that represented that energy long enough to be hurt by it, disappointed by it. You are so disappointed. You're so disappointment. And when you look at yourself now in the present day, you realize you no longer have any emotional attachment to what you thought they represented. Right? It was a false dream, it was a false hope, etc. And that's why it disappoints you. You were hurt by it. Even if it doesn't show on the surface. Even if you don't discuss it, or you didn't discuss it with them, I'm not going to lie. That was a cold opening, as they say. That was a cold opening, but steadfast and honest. If that's the best this person can do, I hope one day Aries will come back and be friends with me. There's a reason why you went. Okay. Despite the fact that you have unequivocally made up your mind, you're no longer emotionally attached to this person, disappointed you, the promise of who they were versus who they actually are. Somebody is still on the fence about whether or not they can connect with you, specifically reconnect with you. Guess who I think it is? This low functioning energy is killing me because I know that's not who they are, but they don't push themselves. I'm sorry. I said it. They don't fucking push themselves. Not like you do. In order for you to do what you do, you have to know yourself. This person admires you, how much you know yourself. How intense you are, how passionate you are, how loving you are. And they want it for themselves. But they have to believe in them too. They have to believe in themselves first in order to just go past the false front to attract you. In order to keep you, they would had to have authenticated their energy and their actions in reality at some point. They failed to do so. That's when you saw it for what it was and you mourned it. Like, man, fuck, they sold me on a false-ass dream. They sold me on a false dream. I can't believe I fell for that shit, right? That's you and that's private. And this person is still contemplating if they can reconnect with you. To balance it up, to figure it out. If this person would stop operating at a low frequency, make a fucking decision and stand by it like you did, they wouldn't have gotten to this point. At some point, they had to stop telling themselves, I should probably stop making promises I can't keep and actually deliver some of that shit that I said I have in me, but I haven't demonstrated up until this point. That inability to choose, to show the best of who you are, to dig deep, to take some fucking action, to get off the goddamn fence and pick a side. It wouldn't have gotten to this point. It takes balls to present that kind of energy. It takes balls to show the world this is who I am, and I don't apologize for it. That is 100% your energy that you have been showing to me today. They're like, I could have that energy. Maybe next week. Maybe a month. I don't know. If they believed in themselves half as much as they would believe in you, it would have been half as much more for you to work with and maybe stuck around. You know what I'm saying? You are so beautifully you. Even they see it. They want it. They want the best of you. But they can't give the best of themselves. They don't believe in the best of themselves. That's what fucking kills me. They don't believe in the best of themselves. Otherwise, they would have delivered on it by now. That's what you figured out, but you don't know how far it goes. To you, this is something that hurts and it sucks that you had to do it. They're still riding a fence that, as far as I can tell, you are no longer a part of. Oh. And even if you wanted to reconnect with this person, honey, you wouldn't know how. You wouldn't know how. You wouldn't know how. You wouldn't know how to get from them what they failed to deliver or failed to make good on their promise. They're so into you. This is what they would do to you. This is the sexy time they would have with you. These are the feelings they would have with you. This is the time they would spend with you. All that hypothetical bullshit. It's like deliver. You know, it's like this energy reminds me of the parent who always tells their kid maybe, 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 and that's their number one answer to everything, maybe, which we all know, if you survive childhood, that maybe means no. It's delay tactic, delay tactic. I'm aware of it, but I don't want to do it. So I'm going to say maybe. It's like this person doesn't live in a world in yes and no's. They live on maybes. You know? Maybe that's what they heard all their fucking life, honey. I don't know. Maybe that's how they grew up. Fuck if I know. They don't believe in themselves. So I feel like, shit, that might have been an influence their whole life. Someone who always told them maybe. I don't know. Okay. Not really. I'm not sure. Because that seems to be their whole, despite the fact that they can do so much more. Anyway. For some of you, the 23rd will be important. I don't know why. Oh. That flew out into my hand. The Magician. Hierophant and Ten of Pentacles. Some of you, the only concentration that you have at this time is manifesting your best possible stability. For some of you, that is 100% your commitment. I've seen similar energy like that before. I don't remember who, but it was like 100% dedication to my foundation. Stability, that's all I'm concentrating on at this time. Thank you very much. Because that's some Taurus in your chart. This person did show me manifestation skills towards you. They do want you back, even if it's under some sort of weak-ass form of friendship. manifesting, wanting, desiring stronger things with you, for you, by you. Somebody here could also, by the way, given that 10 of Pentacles and the placement of the Hierophant, somebody here might already be in a commitment. I can't say that's not a possibility. Okay, that's for some of you, not all of you, the way that flew out. Ay. 8 of Pentacles, please. 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 Someone, they call you electric. They have no idea how calm and controlled you are. I can see why somebody, well, probably a lot of people perceive you as being electric, but they have no idea how controlled you are. In control of your passions, in control of your mind, and that these decisions you've made hurt you, but you don't allow that to show. I feel like this person has no idea. Like they do, but they don't. You don't just allow your fire to run away with you. You were in control of it this whole time. It's like they didn't know how cool you could be. They knew what you could provide them in terms of feeling. But they didn't know how controlled you could be. In control of yourself and your actions. I don't quite know where that's coming from. Some of that 8 of Pentacles, please. Some of the 8 of Pentacles, please. Six of Swords, the Fool, Queen of Swords. You've made that decision. You won't make repairs with this person. I understand. Okay, I got it. It's weird, man. Their energy still contemplates you to this day, but doesn't do anything about it. More of that on the fence energy. Hanged Man, 2 of Pentacles, to balance or not to balance, to bring it back together, to not bring it back together. It's looking like you took the decision out of their hands some time ago. So I don't know why I'm saying this, unless they still have some unresolved issues that they would like to bring forward. But again, it remains in that context of maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Make a fucking declarative. You're telling me the decision was out of their hands a long time ago. That you decided for them. That was that cold opening I saw. You moved your sexual energy on from this. You moved your sexual and emotional energy on from repairs with this person. I know that they secretly hope for it, even if it is under bullshit guise. It's always going to be more than that. I don't care what they tell themselves. It's always going to be more than that, and they damn well know it. And if they can't figure that out, it's just another form of delusion that goes under the moon. It's when you have this level of intensity, and I want and I desire, and I could see how much I could get from Aries, but you can't back it up. You won't move on it. You're always going to be stuck in the moon. You're always going to be like this. I can't make a decision. And that's what they've shown me repeatedly. I can't make a decision. I'll take any version of Aries I can get, even if it's friendship, but I still can't make a decision. So like I said, I feel like, yeah, your intuition. You took that decision out of their hands a long time ago. Here's the idea of repairs. Repairs. Sexual energy, the intensity, the emotions. We could repair it. Oh no. Christina, I moved on from that concept back here. Remember with that Queen of Swords? Queen of Swords. I opened myself up towards the Fool. I decided to be brave and move on from this. It hurt me. I keep that to myself. You do keep it to yourself. I don't know why that's coming across so critically, but it is. You do keep it to yourself. You fussed about it. You worried about it. You were in pain about it, but you did it. Your intuition told you it was best that you go your own way. And you summoned it forward that you felt ultimately that communication was a bad thing with this person, that could never be balanced. The energy was too small and immature, and nothing radical would ever change the nothingness. Yeah, underlying can be a hell of a thing sometimes. Can I push past this, please? Because I think this must be real fresh. This must be like a really fresh fish, because I keep seeing it. And I'm waiting for that new. And you can feel it to some extent. You're still you. You're still in control of you. You moved your energy onwards and outwards. You made the brave decision to be the fool, to open up, to move on, start a new chapter in life. You're not interested in making repairs to this. Yeah, all I can see is the decision. I cannot see past this decision right now. I cannot see past the decision right now. So for some of you, this is still fresh, and this is something you're still processing. So that would explain that in due course, why you can feel in your own particular energy, sexual or otherwise, that something will come towards you in due time. You're not, again, the areas I'm looking at, you're not pissed off by it. You just know it. You just feel it. Something will come forward and present itself in due time, one that actually makes sense to you. Okay, I cannot see past this ending, so it must be terribly fresh. And it's a truth that you are still working with and that you are still processing the pain. And it did cause you pain to walk away from this. You were disappointed by it. You were disappointed by the deception. You were disappointed by the fact that this person presented their energy to you in a way that says, this is who I am, but could never prove it. It's... I got it. I got it. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize it was an hour, honey. That's it. It's done. It's done. I can't push past it. I can't. That's okay. I will say this. Your energy is in very good repair. You have a very strong sense of self. You are very confident about your sexual energy, your passion, your ambition, and your love in the general sense. Even this person saw it. So I'll be fucked as to why they couldn't move towards it. And the fact that they didn't believe in themselves. So much so that they couldn't make a decision. FYI, there might be something critical popping up around Aquarius and or Pisces season. Those are back to back. We enter Aquarius season January 21st, and then after that is Pisces. Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you are pushing past the pain of this and getting reacquainted with you, what makes you happy. All right, and for others of you, the 9th is important, the 10th is important, the 19th is important, and then also the 20th, any variation of those numbers. The Chariot, Cancer season, King of Cups. Ooh, big love. Big love. Big, big love. Ooh, big love. Didn't see that coming. There might be some big love, critical energy for you around Cancer season. So, that is June 22nd to July 22nd. I actually remembered. I actually had to look it up the other day because I have some imperative energy coming around Cancer season. So, there might be some swift movement further on down the year once you get past this. FYI, very strong water energy. And the next water season is Pisces. I'm not seeing it there. I'm saying this further down, summer orientation. There might be some swift-ass energy come Cancer, and it might be Pisces. I'll be fucked. Excuse me. Well, what do I care? I've probably already said the F word like 3 or 4 times now. There might be, yeah, I told you there's some critical energy around Pisces season. In that respect, there might be something from this person around I don't know. But your incoming energy might very well be water orientation, specifically Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. I mean, well, they're all here. They're all here. And it's moving fast emotionally. But yeah, there might be some sort of activity in Pisces I want you to keep your eye on for Piscean season. There might be something moving around in there. I don't know that's necessarily great, but it looks like something you might feel obligated to deal with. But I see big love energy in terms of it has no inhibitions and restrictions. This person who's incoming has no restrictions around their heart space. They want to be in love. They're ready for it. They're ripe for the picking. Okay. I see that further on down the line around Cancer season. And then we also have Taurus, the Hierophant. So that could be Taurus season, might be imperative, Pisces, Cancer, as I've said. So we have all the major water signs here plus Taurus. Doesn't have to be, but oh, and then we got, okay. The Devil. Heavy Capricorn energy here. Any of these could be exiting and or entry energies too. So it's not just what you're entering to, but also for some of you whom you left behind. Okay. The 15th. Somebody uses their fear to reinforce the worst of themselves instead of working through what's best in them. That's all I'm going to say about that. With when you got the Hierophant backing up the devil like that, that makes me nervous. The worst of the fears in ourselves, instead of working through them, we commit and double down to them and say this is correct. And it's just us reinforcing our fears to justify our beliefs and why we don't do what we do. Instead of reaching for our higher selves, we allow the worst of ourselves to override our judgment and say this is how it must be. I kind of see that with this person. Despite the fact that they see you as everything and would pull everything from you, they themselves will not offer the best of themselves. They don't believe themselves. They don't give themselves permission. And then also somebody might be tied to something commitment-wise that's maybe not the prettiest. That's for some of you, not all of you. Okay, seriously, that's enough. I'm really trying to, guys, exercise time discipline. I am. It's for me more than anybody else. You know, the pissy little comments aside, it's too long, you know. Me. I don't know why I'm pulling out. I don't know why I got this. I haven't used it with the other folks. The romance angels. I don't know why I'm supposed to be picking this up. Stay optimistic about your love life. Codependency. Yeah, more of that Capricorn energy. Release your ex. There was a lot of passion here. But as far as I can tell, it wouldn't come together. Not in a way that made sense, honey. I do see you staying optimistic about your love life. That's true. That's right here. You have very little issue with that. But somebody here is experiencing some sort of codependency, either on fear or another situation or another commitment. And they're not in a space where they can release their ex, or this person is technically your ex and you need to fully release them if you haven't gone through the process yet. You are not codependent on it, and somebody uses their passion as a crutch. Or somebody wants to feel great things, but they can't because they're codependent on God knows what. Someone's incapable of releasing their ex. I don't know. That's for some, but I just see it as you, if this person is technically somebody that you establish some sort of partnership / relationship with. I don't want you to form a case of false dependency based on passion. Release. That's it. Okay? Yeah, let go of control issues, control yourself. You can't control them, and you know that. Make the effort to flirt. They made the effort to flirt, and that was probably about it. Calling in your soulmate. You are calling in your soulmate. You are calling in your soulmate. Okay. You are calling in your soulmate, and I'm sure that they will show up for you in due course. Yeah, now that I'm saying it, for some of you, June's going to be pretty damned interesting. One initial, one letter. O. Cool. Dragon, that's you. The feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then also, keep your thinking light, keep it flexible. Gecko, Aries, Leo, Sag. Like I said, big heart. Yes, of course. I know. And then we have, oh, Taurus. Yeah, I saw that over here around the time check. So Taurus season might be important. And also, one of the exiting and or entry energies might be Taurus. But yes. Crescent moon. The next crescent moon might be terribly important. Ah, Scorpio. Ha! That was funny. Spirit just dropped that heart into my lap. Scorpio. I think we all know that. I think everybody knows that by now. But you know what, though? I'll tell you what, Aries, this is funny as hell. When I first started the channel, when I first started it, right? Maybe the first year, I would get this question all the time. Oh my God, you're super intense. What's your sign? I swear to God. A couple times a week. I swear, I kid you not. And every time I was like you, I was went, ah! It does feel very water heavily oriented for you in the future. So your future person might be Scorpio. You might have some damn strong Scorpio in your chart. And also, yeah, it could also be the exiting as well. Absolutely. The deer, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, too much tentativeness, too much shyness, too much hesitation, the inability to really come into our own, too much fearfulness to step in a particular direction. So while the deer, the fawn is beautiful, they are also terribly, terribly timid, and they really won't leave their safe little area, which is unfortunate, but I really feel like that's that person's energy. Ambitious. Yes, you are. No shit. You could be connecting to Capricorn, or it's one of the persons that is you were leaving behind. But what I saw first was ambitious. Yes, I saw your ambition. And what did I say with the crescent moon? The next crescent moon might be terribly important to you, but it also represents that star energy, as this is the crescent moon with the stars. You are looking for the stars. You are looking for your moon. You are looking for that intuitive feeling of correctness. And then the spatula. For some of you, that is your hobby, your profession. Cook. You're cooking right now. I don't know. But yeah, that's for some of you, or you just enjoy your food. Yeah? I was hoping to get some more initials, but we didn't. I literally got one, and that was O. There you go. Okay. Put it in the comments as you see fit, honey. In due time. In due time. In due time. Okay? Saying this now, it must be terribly fresh for some of you. All right, just please know I agree with your decision. I do believe you did the right thing. I'm sure that you did the right thing. It feels like you did. It's like what they're showing or what they're telling me and what they're showing me doesn't match. It's deception. I don't know why they're presenting this to me. They can't make good on it. I know you were in it long enough to hurt you when you released them. But you're also saying, I can't work on this anymore. I got to move on. I already made that decision. They're still riding the fence that you're not interested in riding anymore. Okay? That's enough. You put in the comments if this helped you. I'll see you in a couple weeks for a general overview. Take care. Be well.